Noelle and Ralsei are both characters that could play enormous roles in the plot of Deltarune. Ralsei is the one guiding us, being the one who gave us our main objective of stopping the roaring and banishing the angels' heaven. And Noelle also has a lot going on with her character that seems to be setting up for a lot of major plot elements in future chapters, like the passing of Rudy and the mystery behind Dessa's disappearance. Both of these characters are not only extremely important, but are also lovable and adored by the community. So, what if I told you that you can only choose one of them to keep in your journey? There was a Reddit post from 8 months ago that made this theory, and I thought that since this is easily one of the best Deltarune theories that I've come across, I just had to make a video covering it to help spread it around. I would like to make it crystal clear right now that this is not my own personal theory. Most of what I'm about to say comes from this Reddit post, which I'll also link in the description. Normally, I'd credit the originator of this theory, but their Reddit account has since been deleted and I have no way of contacting or crediting them by name. However, if this video does somehow reach the person who originally made this theory, then please contact me on Discord so I can credit you properly. Before we dive in, I upload a lot of Deltarune videos, including theories like this one, pretty often, so if you want to keep up with all things Deltarune, then subscribe. Only about 10% of people who watch my videos are actually subscribed, so be cool and don't be a part of the other 90%. With all that said though, let's really get into this theory. I think that most people would agree that Ralsei is gonna be pretty important in the future. So, I'd like to make a case for why Noelle is going to be an integral part of the plot, since this theory kind of hinges on the fact that Noelle will be a major character past Chapter 2. However, there is a ton of evidence that points towards this being the case, aside from her very major role in the Weird route. For starters, Noelle is the only other name that Gaster lists as very, very wonderful, alongside Chris and Susie. As many others have pointed out as well, there is an absolutely massive repertoire of evidence that Noelle is the angel and has holy and angel-like qualities. Just to name a few, she talks about growing wings during the Ferris wheel ride, wears an all-white outfit that symbolizes purity, and is even directly referred to as an angel by Spamton. Not to mention that Noelle and her family are very religious, going to a church which also emphasizes the angel even in the light world. So Noelle is holy, sure, but how does this imply any kind of significance? Well, it's because the angel, religion, and holiness are all extremely important parts of Deltarune's story, even right now. From the get-go, Ralsei tells us that our main goal is to seal the fountains and banish the angels' heaven. Spamton's strongest desire is to take Chris's soul to reach heaven. The angel is even one of the very few things in the entirety of Deltarune that overlaps between the Dark World and Light World, with Father Alvin and other members of Hometown speaking of the angel like a god of sorts. If this still isn't enough to convince you that Noelle is significant though, then just look at all the new lore from the Spamton sweepstakes. Most of the new key information and lore we got came directly from Noelle's forum posts, which were also a good chunk of the actual links we got as well. We get a lot of new info about Noelle's past, and we can clearly see that she's had a unique childhood impacted by the Dark Worlds and Gaster. The icy pizza box and electrical socket may have both actually looked at her, and Spamton was specifically emailing Noelle from the Dark World. Gaster has also seemingly interacted with her. She's somehow able to find the mysterious door in Dragon Blazer's Ice Palace every time from pure gut feeling alone, and Gaster even sent her one of the mysterious eggs. Now that we've established that Noelle is both holy and important to the story, there's a few things which foreshadow what her role may be in the future. A neat detail that many had missed was that the ending to Chapter 2 was foreshadowed in Chapter 1. When talking to Rudy at the end of Chapter 1, he talked a lot about the sink and Chris washing their hands. In a similar way, later chapters may have been foreshadowed in Chapter 2. At the end of Chapter 2, when Noelle is playing Dragon Blazers 2 with her father, she specifically mentions how the mage has left the party. This detail could potentially foreshadow Ralsei leaving the party, since he's the mage of the main trio. What makes this even more likely is that the Dragon Blazers game is a clear parallel to Deltarune itself. In one of Noelle's Spamton sweepstakes posts, she talks about a bunch of weird hidden links appearing on the Dragon Blazers website, and the number of links she found would increase every time another hidden link was revealed on the Spamton sweepstakes page. And when Noelle is taught how combat works in the Dark World, she says that it's like Dragon Blazers. With the clear parallels between Deltarune and Dragon Blazers, I think it's safe to assume that the mage leaving the party in Dragon Blazers could mean Ralsei potentially leaving the party in a future chapter. And given everything we've discussed so far, it looks like there's a clear reason why he would. The reason behind Ralsei leaving the party in the future could be because of Chris defying the prophecy. With everything we have discussed so far about Noelle and Ralsei, it's clear to see that they'll probably have extremely different goals in the future. At their core, Noelle is a holy angel who would be in favor of keeping the angels' heaven around, and Ralsei is a dark prince who wants to banish the angels' heaven for good. The green triangle that represents Ralsei in the Deltarune symbol is also the only triangle to be pointing away from the angel as well. Noelle may even want to cause the angels' heaven in the future if Rudy and or Des pass away during the course of the story. Since the angel is a huge part of her religion, she may believe that the angels' heaven could be a way to save both of them or see them again. It's very possible that Noelle and Ralsei may get into a huge fight over the angels' heaven, and whether it should be banished or not in the future, which could eventually lead to Chris and Susie needing to make a decision between who they want to go with, Noelle or Ralsei. There's even more evidence that implies they will have to choose one of them. Remember how I said the end of Chapter 1 foreshadowed Chapter 2? Well, at the end of Chapter 2, Susie asks Chris about who they would rather go to the festival with, Noelle or Ralsei. This would obviously lead to two possibilities. Either we continue on with Ralsei and stick to the regular party, or choose Noelle and have Ralsei leave. This would make sense with the team dynamic as well, since both Ralsei and Noelle are mages who heal and both have pacify spells, meaning that one of them can easily replace the other in the party. It would also explain why there are 3 save files in Deltarune, one for choosing Ralsei, one for choosing Noelle, and one for the weird route. While this is a major decision, it would probably end up with the final same end result of the Angel's Heaven being banished, since Toby has claimed there's only one ending, just like how the weird route will most likely result in the same ending as well. So, what would you guys choose? Would you keep the Angel's Heaven or banish it? Noelle or Ralsei? Thanks so much for watching, and huge shoutouts to the person that posted this theory on Reddit. As I said before, it's definitely one of the best theories I've seen, and if you're the person that made this post, then please contact me on Discord. But tell me what you guys think about this theory as well. I'm curious to see if more people want the lovable fluffy boy or everyone's favorite angel. And if you haven't already, then subscribe. It ensures that you don't miss any Deltarune news on the channel or any awesome theories like this one. Thank you guys so much for watching once again, and I hope you have a great day.